man.
I got your protein shake.
I'm sure you do. You should probably say that for your fucking wife, though.
All right, try not to cuss, motherfucker.
Whatever. Gonna have 3 viewers.
All that is live anyway. Everything we just did.
I'm gonna offend the 3 people that roll through here.
All right. Well, we are here. Let's see if we do get 3 people. That would be great. Right now, shows that we have 1 person on here.
What's up, man? Welcome.
Now we got 2. All right. It's been forever. It's been forever since we've been on YouTube Live. Maybe we're gonna start doing this more often, man. You know. Well, I mean, what else we got to do during the day, Philly?
Handicap games and win for our people. That's pretty much it.
All right. Well, I guess that is important for sure. We got a lot of good games. Oh, now we only have 1 person again. So
we bored you that badly?
Yeah, they didn't like that disgusting shirt you got, that hoodie you got on.
Yeah, this is my good luck hoodie.
So let's see here. Let's see if anybody else rolls up in here. I mean, look, it's Sports Gambling Daily. We got 9,000 subscribers. So I'm sure we have to at least get more than 1 person to watch us.
Well, time's going to tell. They're going to miss out because we were just about to give out 6 free winners. They were all going to cash along with a 9-team parlay.
Yeah, and isn't the parlay guaranteed winner too as well?
It's
100%. It's guaranteed.
Yes.
Yeah.
It cannot lose. $30 will win you 30,000, and I will expect a few tips and a thank you after you cash.
So if $30 wins you 30,000, that means $300 wins you $300,000.
That's right.
And it's guaranteed. I mean, you could literally change your life today. And,
you could.
You know,
yep.
that woman that doesn't want you anymore will want you. So
I don't know too much about that.
Well, that 1 person's like, what the hell am I watching? Anyway, so what you got going on today, man? You any games that you're looking at that you might find interesting right now?
Just the ones that I honestly sent to you that I find interesting. But the problem with it at the moment is I'm not 100% sure of the official lineups yet. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen anything released. I'm hoping that's very shortly because I'd love to put it together right now. I know you love Brooklyn though. We've heard about this 10 times.
I've only told you about it once.
All right, just once. Seems like 10 times.
Do you not like Brooklyn?
No, I can see it. Yeah. I mean, it's nine.
Are you saying we shouldn't put it on the card? Is what you're saying?
If you like it that much, sure, put it on the card. I won't fight you.
Well, the issue is the leans that you sent me. I mean, now all of a sudden we got 10 plays tonight.
Not my fault. I can't help it. It was how the book laid out the plays, man. Could have had 10 plays yesterday too. Frankly, if we would have, those 3 more would have probably cashed.
Yeah, you're right. I told you we should have went 8 plays.
You definitely told me that. Absolutely. I was really against that, but you were 100% right. We should have had 8 plays. Maybe we can make up for that today. We'll have 8 today on the card.
Hopefully.
So, anybody got any questions out there? How many people got questions? Anybody?
A question here or there? Let me. I'll type my own question out. How are you? Well, all right, yeah. So, Sports Gambling Daily, we are doing good. Thank you so much for asking. And how are you doing?
Well, we're on a 31-14 VIP run, and I'll be honest with you, nobody is better at doing this than you and I at the price that we have it at. So come join the team. Sports Gambling Daily. You can get our plays at sgdwins.site. That's where we crush the bookie on a routine basis. And card will be released soon. Get our best bets.
Yeah, $30 a month, man. That's pretty solid, honestly. Because if you look across the landscape, people are charging way more than that. And sometimes I have my own internal questions if we should be charging somewhere similar to that. And sometimes I think we should. Sometimes I don't know. But but I do like the price point because I feel like it gets everybody an idea of what you can expect with it.
Yeah, exactly. Because for us, it's not about a month or a day. We need you to see what we're able to provide you, and if we keep it affordable for our customers, they're able to see that. Because some guys will just, I've seen guys hop on a package for a month, and they happen to hop on a month that isn't like the best month in the world, and it's kind of like, well, what the hell did I get out of this? It's like, well, yeah, but the 3 months prior to this, we crushed it. It just happened to be it. So like, come with us for the long ride, and we'll take you to the cashier. So if anybody has any questions, fire away. I'm ready for them all.
Yeah, we might be waiting a minute. So I guess in the meantime, I mean, I don't know. I guess we can just go over some games, and then people show up, right?
I suppose that's true.
All right. Well, we got Zach Greinke versus Clayton Kershaw today, man.
Yeah.
I'm not really feeling too hot about my Astros. They got swept by the Rangers, and that's never fun, man. I mean, so they're kind of on a downswing right now.
That's an over.
Huh?
Over spot.
What, the Dodgers game?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Why do you say that?
Because I think the Dodgers can get the Greinke. They're somewhat familiar with him. Did he friggin' pitch for them at one point?
He did.
And what do you call it? And Kershaw, I mean, okay. Yeah, he's a great pitcher. Don't get me wrong, but he is not unhittable at this point. I don't know what the total's even set at, but I gotta believe.
What do you think it's set?
I'm gonna take a gander and say it's between somewhere around 7.5, 8 at the most.
8.5.
Well, I'm surprised by that.
Yeah. We do got a question. Yay, we got a question. It's early, but what do we think about Grizzlies versus Jazz game 2? We got Donovan Mitchell back on the court, man. I don't know how much he's going to play, but I do think that he should play, a lot, I would think. So what do you think, man? Do you think Grizzlies, I mean, which they looked pretty decent in the first game, or do you think the Jazz bounce back?
Well, I like the Grizzlies' grit and all, but I do think the Jazz overall are just a better team than them. And as the series goes on and you play that like chess and checkers matchup, I think they're just going to figure out ways to exploit them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sitting right in front of the spread. I don't know if you're just talking about who's winning or not. I mean, I do lean the Jazz to win this game. Donovan Mitchell coming back is obviously a huge part of it, whether he plays, a full allotment of minutes, or he's even got, if he has a minute restriction, I mean, he's going to bring energy to that squad, just being back. And I mean, it can't hurt. I'm 100% leaning Jazz.
Yeah. And I don't have a line for that game yet either. So it's hard to tell, but I do think they come back and win. So I hope that answers your question, Jay Wills. And then, all right, so let's go back to this Astros talk. So 8.5 is a total. So obviously the bookmakers expecting some runs in this game.
Yeah, well, I do too. I didn't know 8.5 was going to be the total though. I would still lean over that slightly, I think, but I don't like it as much.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go to the next one then. All right, next up, Cubbies versus the AAA squad that is the Pittsburgh Pirates. Arietta versus Ponce.
Well, who? Because last I saw there was a pitcher to be determined for them. Who is it?
His last name's Ponce.
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 Well, I don't know much. I don't know much about it yet. Of course, I'm going to look at that as soon as we get off of here. But I will tell you that my initial reaction and gut feeling would be over, because Arietta's a gas can, and he's starting to come back to Phillies form. I don't know much about Ponce, though.
Yeah, Cody Ponce, 6'6", righty, big boy. It kind of looks like if Lance McCullers and Garrett Cole had a baby, that's what that particular baby would look like.
That's weird, but okay.
Last year, this is his 2021 debut. Last year, he played 5 games. He had 3 starts. He's a 1-1 with a 3.18 ERA. So this is one of their young arms that are they're hoping to it comes up and get something done.
Well,
last year he did play the Cubs. He went he didn't start in the game. He did play the Cubs last year, and he was he gave up 1 run over 1/3 of an inning. So
that's not very good.
No, it's not very good. It was not an earned run though, however. So there's that.
Okay, all right, there's the silver lining. I mean, listen, sometimes if a team has never really seen a guy long term, he can kind of sneak up on them a little bit. I've seen that before. So I mean, I guess you can rule, but I don't know. Arietta is just if he's not hitting the corners and off the plate a little bit, and if the umpire's not giving him that pitch, and he's got to go up out over the plate a little bit more, he doesn't have that velocity like he used to have. He's hitting 90, 91, 92 max. He's getting crushed. So I like him to give up some runs. What's the team total over for the Pirates? Just curiously, is that 3.5?
Let's look.
Give me a 3.5, and I take that over.
Well, I'll give you the 3.5. It's -130.
Is it 3.5?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's a winner.
All right, there's the cheesesteak play of the day. Pirates over 3.5. Book it.
Yep, book it.
Book it.
Book it, bro.
All right, it is booked. All right, we got the Philadelphia Phillies. You got Vinny Vasquez coming off the
Velasquez.
Vasquez. That's how you say it in Texas.
Velasquez.
No. The L is silent. Vinny Vasquez.
The L is silent unless it's Luis Castillo. Then it's absolutely pronounced.
You just don't know. Anyway, he's coming off, missing a start.
Yes.
What was the deal with that? Did you ever catch wind over there?
He had a tingling in his fingers, they said, which is something he has experienced in his career before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how serious it is. I'll say this much. He's pitching, so I guess he's okay. And, I also think part of it, you can argue that he has had 67 chances so far with this Phillies team over his last 6 or 7 seasons with them. A lot of Phillies fans would say to you, they don't even understand how he's on the fucking team still. But that goes to show you how badly their pitching and their bullpen has been, that he's been able to hang around this long.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, after his 92nd time as an opportunity in the starting rotation, he finally said to himself, you know what? I'm not going to try to blow it by guys at 98, and that's all that I do. I'm going to learn. I'm going to try to pitch. And he's very athletic, and he's got really good stuff. But like his last 3-4 starts, he's been excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if you give me that Velasquez, I like the Phillies, but I don't know. And I don't know what this tingling sensation was that he's got going on. So I'm concerned that he feels like he's on that teetering point of remaining with the Phillies or in the starting lineup, that he's going to get his ass out there. Because if somebody overtakes that spot and happens to pitch well, he's done. So I don't know what I'm getting with that. All I can tell you is his last 3 or 4 starts, he's been really good.
Well, you know what they say, Philly.
No.
92nd chance is a charm. So that's
about what it's been.
All right. So he's going up against Alcantara. Did I say that one right? Or is it Alcantara?
Oh, what, Sandy? Yeah, it's definitely not. It's Alcantara, to be honest with you. I don't know where we can't do this. You could never be on ESPN. I mean, they would be like maybe 57 takes in. We got Vasquez versus Alcantara versus fucking Luis Castillo. They'd be like, where'd they get this guy from?
Dude, I'm telling you, that's how you say it, bro. All right.
Are you taking over for Kenny Mayne?
Yeah. Dude, I can't believe they let him go, man.
What is that about?
I know. It's ridiculous.
Did you see his last interview by any chance? It was fucking hilarious.
Well, I don't know if they've always been funny.
I don't know if he did this on purpose, if ESPN knew he was going to do this. He's interviewing Aaron Rodgers, right? And maybe they're friends. The way this went off, it seems like they must be friends. But he says something. He's like, Aaron, He's like, the last time we talked a little football. You also told me to get into Dogecoin. He's like, oh, no, I'm sorry. He said, we told me to get into cryptocurrency, and I'm down 40%. Fuck you, Aaron. And he walked off. And Aaron Rodgers started laughing, and he goes, I love you, Kenny. And that's how he walked off the show.
That's how it ended. Huh.
Yes. It was, I'm like, wow.
Dude, I love Kenny Mayne. All right. Well, anyway, are the Phillies going to get smacked again tonight?
I mean, they've had some success against Alcantara. I mean, dude, it's the bullpen is the issue. If you argue that Velasquez and Alcantara pitched evenly, let's just say, and then it starts getting into the pens, well, then I think the advantage goes to Miami. Mm-hmm. What's the line? Who's favored in this game right now?
Who do you think?
Well, it's in Miami. I'm gonna say the Marlins are.
Yeah, minus 126.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, what's the price on the Phillies plus 1.5?
Shit. Plus 1.5 is minus 197.
See? That tells me the book thinks it's going to be close.
Yeah, for sure. All right, give me Alcantara. That's where I'm going to go.
It's Alcantara. Sandy.
Right. We got Luis Castillo's main man, Mali, on the mound, the righty, versus Max Scherzer, the righty from the Nationals. You got the Nationals minus 186. Reds plus 1.5 is 123. What do you think, man? I think Scherzer probably keeps it rolling here, but what do you think?
That's an interesting play. I looked at the first 5 under actually, but I mean, you can also argue which Molly are you getting, because he can be really good and all of a sudden he gets erratic at times. So I agree with you on Scherzer's end, although the Reds have a very potent lineup.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of value on Max either at that price.
No, there's not. But I do lean a little bit to the first 5 under on that.
Yeah, the first 5 under is pretty solid. Max Scherzer is 5-0 with a 1.06 ERA, 55 strikeouts, and 5 starts versus Cincinnati while he's been with the Nats. I would say that's dominance.
Yep. At some point, it probably falters because even the best get hit. But
right now, 5 under at 4.
You have 4. Well, I had 4.5 earlier. I don't know if it moved. I'd have to see.
Oh, we got the Blue Jays versus the Yankees. Mats versus Kluber. Kluber coming off that no.
Okay, so under normal circumstances, and I know we've had a lot of them this year, one of the reasons that I took the over in the Tigers game yesterday that I talked to you about, outside of the Cleveland, was throwing kind of a gas can. That was what's his face for the Tigers coming off of a no-hitter.
Yeah, Turnbull.
Right, and I've just faded that because if you looked at this year, if you looked at the guys coming off no-hitters, Dave Rondon got rocked to start after his. John Means got a little bit tuned up. I just think it's a good – so I figured Turnbull is going to regress a little bit. The other guy's a gas can. That game goes over. In this particular scenario, though, I actually lean Yankees money line. I think I said that to you, but I am a little worried about that. But I don't. Did you see his interview after they pitched a no hitter?
I did not.
I mean, you wouldn't have a clue this guy pitched a no hitter. He didn't seem like he was excited. All he talked about was how his teammates produced some runs for him, and it was just very nonchalant. Like I would never have known watching that interview that guy had any kind of record breaking night. It was just it was wild. So I mean, I kind of like the Yankees tonight.
Yankees it is, but it's heavily priced at minus 173.
Well, it's moving, right?
Yeah. All right, Rockies. You got Kyle Freeland. That dude is a big-time ground ball pitcher, lefty for the Rockies. Up against DeGrom, the over-under is set at 6, and I would not be shocked if that stays under the 6, to be honest with you. I know it's a low total, but Kyle Freeland is the double play god. And
what's the first 5 total on that?
First 5 total is
that 3.5? Let
me pull it up. Is 1.5 first 5.
Are you serious?
No, it's at 3.
Oh my God. I was like to say, what?
Yeah, even at 3 though, I kind of like under, to be honest with you. I think this is gonna be a very low scoring game.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, if 3.5 is there, I'd really like that because that takes 4 to beat you.
Yeah,
but three's not bad because you're in a push spot.
Well, it takes 4 to beat you then as well.
Well, you are correct, but I guess my point was, I'm sorry, it takes at 3 you still win.
Yeah, at 2, yeah.
Yeah.
The most you can give up is 2 and be profitable.
Yeah, I kind of feel you on that. How many people do we have watching today getting this gold mine information?
We got 7 people on the stream, man. So
All
hey,
right.
everybody on the stream, say what's up because if you got any questions, man, let us know what's going on.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got Savali versus Skubal.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure that's even close, but go ahead.
It's Skubal.
Yeah, Skubal.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Tigers?
Yeah, the Tigers.
Yeah.
Indians minus 142. The soft hitting Indians. No Framil Reyes. I don't know if you saw him get injured in that one game. We actually had a bet on that game.
Yep.
But regardless, I think Indians are probably the play here, even though Detroit, they can come up and surprise you at times.
I don't know if I even have an opinion on this game. It's such trash.
What are you talking about, man? Indians are the shit. Let me pull up the stats. What happened to your Orioles last night, man? I heard you banging the drum and then you went dead quiet.
First 5.
Oh, whatever.
That was the free play. First 5.
I remember you liked the Orioles full game, did you not?
I said if you like them full game, take your pick. But on the free play, I leaned first 5 because of means.
I see.
But yes, I wanted the Orioles to win because then everybody would have cashed if they took it full game. That's all.
All right, I got 2 questions. There we go. Now we're getting popular, Philly.
Awesome.
All right, so this one's right up your alley. Gentlemen, do you ever play a little live tennis?
Oh, I mean, I have bet tennis in the past before. Yes.
Yeah.
Are you trolling me right now, or is he really asking?
No, he's really asking that. But
right,
I don't really do that.
So yes, I have bet tennis before. I actually really like tennis, but I wouldn't say I sit here and I don't really handicap tennis. There are a couple of guys that I am familiar with that are pretty good at it, and I'll follow their leads occasionally. Mm-hmm. And then they'll tell me what to look for, certain spots like that. But I have, yes. The only time I can ever really recall actually handicapping tennis at all was when sports started shutting down. You only had a little bit of during when coronavirus first started. But so like soccer, there was some tennis, just to kind of keep sane. But yeah, man, I mean, tennis, I love to watch it though.
Yeah. Next question is NBA picks yet. The Denver Nuggets were fire last night. I think the pick I like the most is the Brooklyn Nets, to be honest with you. I think it just makes sense. They won by 11 last game. Kyrie, KD, and James Harden didn't even play all that well, especially from beyond the arc. So I think that this – and let's be honest, Philly, Celtics have just been rough this year, and they don't have Jaylen Brown. This is just a situation where it's just not a good spot for the Celtics. So I think the Celtics can come out to a lead, but I even predicted in the last game, with the Celtics winning in the beginning, that it wasn't going to last because the Celtics' MO is they've not been consistent down the stretch this year.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that. I can see your points completely. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, fixing my desk.
What time you got there? Just so we don't lose track of.
1:30 my time.
Okay. All right. Well, sooner or later, I guess we have to do that, right?
Yeah, we can go ahead and bounce off now if you want. Even though now we got 10 people watching. So
well, I have no problem staying on, but I know I don't want the time to get away either.
Mm-hmm. Ishmael says, "Will the LA?" So I'm assuming will LA Lakers win? Is what I'm assuming he's going to say. Well, this is one of those lines I think is kind of weird and kind of fishy. Philly is the Suns beat the Lakers by 9 in their previous game.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, the Suns pretty much dominated that second half. And now the Suns are still underdogs by 2 points. Like, why? And it might be the same kind of scenario that was with the Blazers and Nuggets yesterday we had talked about. But I think the difference here is everybody's still healthy here for the Suns. I don't see why all of a sudden they would lose to the Lakers, to be honest with you. It was dominance.
Yeah, I hear you, man. And I know everybody expects, it's LeBron, and, Anthony Davis was talking about how it was his fault they lost. And I would expect him to come out with some juice.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it takes more than them to win. I mean, the Suns are a complete team, bench, starting five. They all kind of contribute.
Yeah.
And so, like, who's the guy that's stepping up for the Lakers outside of LeBron and AD? Maybe. I mean, is it going to be Kuzma? Is it going to be
Schroeder?
I mean, Schroeder's a nice player, but I mean, and he can go off. I'm not saying he can't, but you got to win a series. It's consistency. I mean, I like this Suns team, dude. I'm not going to lie. Do I think the Lakers could win tonight? 100% I do, but man, it's hard to bet against Phoenix right now, especially if Chris Paul, I know he left with it. If he's okay, everybody's all right on that team and they're all playing, then it's tough, man.
It shows that he's probable.
Yeah. Well, if he's good to go and he's healthy, then I mean, Mikal Bridges causes, problems defensively. Crowder's a good shooter. Obviously, Chris Paul is just a winning player. You go down the line, man. I mean, they just Devin Booker's a fucking stud. You got what's his face in the middle? I don't know why I always blank out on his name, but you know who I mean.
Oh, DeAndre Ayton?
Yeah, Ayton. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they're a deeper team than the Lakers are.
I agree 100%, but you know what? It is the NBA, man. All right. So he says, I think the Suns dominated the game. It would have been bigger spread if the refs could open their eyes. They're not helping themselves fighting the whole NBA wants the Lakers. I guess so. I actually want the Suns. I think the Suns have the best chance. Before the playoffs started, it was 18-1. So for the Suns, I think that was a great value. And the issue is the Lakers always seem to do well after, or I should say, if LeBron loses the first game, he always figures out a way to get back into it.
It certainly is MO. And I mean, I guess to a degree, I understand what he's saying. Like, would the ratings be better? If the Lakers are in it? Sure. I guess so. You got LeBron, you got the Lakers, you got fans of LA, you got bandwagon fans, LeBron fans, whatever you want to. So most likely, but as a basketball fan though, I want the best teams in it, man. And so be it. If the Suns are better than the Lakers, then that's who I want in it. And if the Suns are able to beat them in this series, then in my opinion, they're the better team. And that's kind of how as a Sixers fan, I love the Sixers to win it all. But if they're not good enough to get there, then it is what it is. The only thing Brooklyn's kind of a super team. I guess you could argue the Lakers in a way sort of are, but I don't know who the third piece of that super team is at this point.
Right. All right, man. Well, let's go ahead and bounce out of here. I know we got stuff. We got to put the card together. Guys, if you want our best bets, the ones that we're giving out to our clients today, those can be found on our website, sgdwins.site. The capper team is myself and Philly over here. And what we do is we find the best bets and we get them out to you guys. So if you want that, it's $30 a month on the website. The picks are delivered on the website. So it's easy. You come and go as you please. So definitely come check it out if you're interested. The link is in the description.
31-14 run, bro.
What? Say the run again.
31-14 in the last 45.
All right, there we go. 31-14, last 45 plays. Very profitable, and come on there and hang out with us. It's a very affordable price. All right, let's get out of here, Philly.
Peace, guys.